Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you all fine. Today we are going to look at a simple thing in Excel. Those who don't know, just hear Excel. You don't know how it works, but it's simply this is the interface. The moment you open up your Microsoft Excel from your computer, it depends on which type of computer you have. Doesn't matter, as long as you have the application on your computer. That is what is needed first. So we're going to learn about how to use Excel in simple terms, like for the first time. We shall not look at classified things, but we're going to do a simple and a precise what we call a budget. You might be there and you want to do a simple budget with the simple calculations whereby your budget, it automates itself. You don't need to be adding this, to be getting this in each and every column, but you can automate all your work at once. In any number you change, every cell changes. In Excel, what matters mostly is the cell, and you know cells are formed by columns and rows. As you can see here, these are columns and these are rows. Okay, those are columns and these are rows. Are we together? So if I mark this and I shade it with this, and I also do this to this column, and also shade it with any color. Okay, so where they meet together, that is what we call a cell. And when you are working with Excel, what matters mostly is a cell, because if at all it's a calculation, any formula is being affected from the cell. Okay, so where the columns and the rows meet together, it's called a cell. Okay, so I'm showing you this because we're going to look at a simple thing here, how you can work with Excel, what you can do to produce something in Excel. And you know, in Excel you can do a simple database, anything that is work with or needs calculations, and you need to automate simply. So Excel can help you to do that, because there are some mathematical or simple arithmetic or simple calculations that you can do it anywhere in any application, but if you want to do it precise and so automated for you, like you won't be wasting a lot of time getting this answer, getting that answer for each and every cell or for each and every item. What Excel can help you is you do once and the rest can be automated. Okay, so these are our interface for this application. Up here it's called a ribbon. Here these words, all these what you see here, this bar, these are called tab bar. Okay, and each tab has different tools inside. As you can see here, we are in home. It has different tools. When I click in insert, also you can get different tools in page layout and the list. Okay, but we shall not look at this in deep, but I just want to show you, if you have opened your Excel, and what can you do, what can Excel do, what does the Excel do. Okay, so here you can add as many as sheets. Okay, like as you are in, when you are in Microsoft Word, there's what you call pages. Okay, so here we call them sheets, and you can add more sheets, as many as you want. So in my sheet 2 here, they developed this budget, a wedding budget. And what does this wedding budget do? It helps you to simplify, or in case maybe things are changed, I want to change maybe items, the number of item, a particular item that changed, just change the item number or figure, then the list will, the Excel will do it for you, so long as you have used formulas. Okay, so as you can see here, it is automated. I automated it, or it can do calculations for me. I don't need to go each and every. For example, as you can see here, subtotal for this first group, or this first group, the first group is food. Okay, before there you can see my field is on top. I have a field or the column for items. Like as you can see, the wedding, what I'm calculating is a wedding budget. Okay, so I came up with the items as column 1, then column 2, over 2 in 1 is quantity. So I have this, and this, and these are 2 columns. Then I have a price, each for example, each price for each item. Okay, then I have amount needed. Okay, so of course this information is accurate. If you want to, if you are doing someone's budget, definitely have to collect the correct information. Like if you are dealing with a budget, which means you go to vendors, you go to service providers, and ask the exact amount of money over the price what they charge. If at all you are going to buy matoke, how you need to get the right price from the market and the rest items. So when you collect the information, you come to your computer and you open up your application, that is Excel, and start feeding your information and do the rest. Okay, so first and foremost, you have to come up with the items first. Before thinking about the rest, you have to come up with what do you need, what your wedding needs. Okay, I might not have brought up everything. Maybe you would be needed on your side. You do need as you. These are my choices. You have your own choices. Okay, but this is just an example. It's not real. It's not someone's wedding, but I have just bought. I did this just for education purpose. Okay, so, and this I did it indifferently, because each and every category, it has its subtotal first. Okay, I have like 7 or 6 categories. I have food, that's number 1. This one, food as number 1 category, that's food. Then I have its subtotal. Then I have sauce, the second. Then the third, spices, and its subtotal. Then drinks, and then decoration and entertainment. Then gown and the rest. Okay, for the bride, bridegroom, and their fellows. Okay, total. Then the transport and miscellaneous, and I added their subtotal. Then I have the ground total. Are we together? So are you following? Alright, now when you go up, then I came up with this, okay, under quantity. Okay, I came to think of that. Okay, I'll need 2 columns under 1 quantity as a field. Okay, now what I did is, okay, if my first item under food category is matoke, how many bunches do I need? I said, okay, I will need 15 bunches. Then 15, then I write my number here in the first column or in the first cell, and I write the name of the item in front. Because if I add this word with this number, it will not work. Okay, it won't work because the Excel won't know whether what am I calculating, or if I'm to multiply. It cannot multiply the integer and the character. Okay, it won't know which one is which. That's why I came up with this design. Okay, so I said, okay, 15 bunches. In the market, how many each bunch? Okay, then I said each bunch is 20,000 Ugandan shillings. Okay, now if I've finished filling all this, I'm going to show you only like two categories. Then I think you'll be knowing the rest how to do it. Okay, so this is a price each. Okay, right now, then I said, okay, if I've come up with this column for price, what next? The amount needed or amount budgeted, which means this column is for the net amount, or the exact amount that each item after multiplication will be needed. All right, like if I want matoke 15 bunches, each bunch it is 20k, which means I'll make, as you remember, remember I told you that you have to be you have to know that a cell is more important when it comes to calculation, because where you click and start your calculation or your formula, it's where the total or the number, or is whether it's a multiplication, whether it's a division, or whether it's anything, any calculation, it's where the answer will appear. Okay, so I used a multiplication because I have to multiply 15 times 20k, which means out of 15 bunches times 20k, then I will get the total of all these bunches. Alright, so I came here and I clicked here. So when I clicked here, you remember in Excel, when you have to do, there are different ways of getting answers when you're using functions or calculations, formulas, right? But sometimes we use simple formulas. Okay, now in multiplication, I'll just come and I click where I want my answer to be. Then I say equal sign. You see here? You see this here? This is what I did here. You see it? Equal sign. Why do you see C4 and times E4? How did it come? It came like this. You see, I clicked here and I say equal sign. Remember, in most cases, all calculations start with equal signs, okay? Multiplication, division, and the rest, okay? So equal sign. Then I said C4. You see this number? See? You see where matoke is? It is in column C, alright? Column C under row number 4. So this cell here is a C4, alright? So this number here is a C4 times E4. That's why when I click here, you see this calculation appears here. Okay, when I click there, then you see it. So before getting this 300, this is what I first did. Equal sign C4 times. On your computer, there is where number 8 is. On top of number 8 button, there is that star. That star, it refers as a multiplication. Okay, so E4, C4 times E4, which means I'm multiplying 15 bunches times 20 per bunch. Then I get 300 shillings. That is a total that is needed for matoke for our wedding. So this is the this one that is needed. That's the money that is the money which is needed for matoke for our wedding. Now after getting this, then I want to be going each and every cell. I do the same. No. I will just come here and I highlight the rest. Remember, let us assume that here there is 0, nothing here and nothing here, but we have just got one multiplication answer for our matoke. So what I did, what you have to do, you won't be repeating that function or that calculation for per cell. No, here you have what we call autofill, okay, over auto sum, like over auto multiplication. You can highlight like this, then you go to your keyboard, you say Ctrl D, that's down. Or if you have not done that, then when you see here there is a small square, you bring your mouse there, then it changes to that. Then you long press the left button on your keyboard, so on your mouse, then you scroll down, okay, then you will get, it will sum up everything, okay, or it will be filled up with the calculations. This calculation will calculate the rest, okay, and that is it. All right, now the same to this source, you get the multiplication, you get the quantity times the money in the market that you have gone and asked. You went and did the survey for meat, how much a kilo, how much fish, what everything, okay. So here each and every category has a total, has a subtotal. So the subtotal, how do you get a subtotal? Using our formulas. You see here, let's assume there is nothing, it's empty. Let's say here, then we say, how do you get the total of this after getting our budgeted money that will be needed for our category, which is food. Okay, how did I get this amount? How? Then let's assume this is where I want my total to be. So I will say equal sign, then I write sum, then you can open the bracket or you double click here to this word. You can double click here, then it will open up the bracket for you. So here it says sum number 1, number 2, and you add, depends on how many cells are you adding? Okay, now I've opened this, then I will come to where I want to add from the first point to the last point. So this is the first point. I click there, then I can long press your left key and drag down. Then I'm going, and you release the button. Then you close the bracket, shift and press the 0 key on your keyboard. Then you enter. You see, we have got the same amount like we got before. Okay, which means that is how you have you can add or you can get the total. Okay, we have done that, or we are finished with that. Now then I came with this available amount available. Okay, amount available. Here I did not use any formula. I did not use any formula because I don't know if you are there, you can advise me, but me, I not use the formula. I just, since it is purposely for education, and it's a demo, or it's for studying purpose, I just came into my mind that, okay, if at all this is a budget for wedding, and let's say maybe according to the budget and where we are right now, I have like 260. So I just feed this amount of money manually. That's why you see when I click here, just see 200, not a formula. Okay, just see the amount, not the formula. But where I use the formula, if I click there, just see the formula, not the amount. So here there is no formula. Okay, now I just fed it, I just assumed. Okay, now when I came to this balance needed, how did I get this balance needed? I just came with a formula, a simple formula, which is a minus. Okay, I minused F9, column F minus column G. Okay, how? You click where you want your total, your final answer to be. Then you say equal sign, as you can see here. Then F4. This is our F. This amount is in F as a column number. Then row number is 4. That's why you see F4. Okay, F4. Okay, so I came here and I say F4, that is 300, minus G4, that's 260. Then I got 40,000. Remember I told you, getting this, you add as you go down like this. You put equal sign, sum, then you highlight the item you are adding, then you get the answer. The same to this. Okay, now I'm showing you only the first category, because this is the same repetition calculations. Okay, the same repetition. If you have learned one, then you can fill the rest. Right now, right? Okay, so we come to the comment. So we want our computer or our application to show us, or to count for us, or to update us. If we feed the number, if we feed that, okay, let's assume today they have we have got more money for matoke. Currently we have 260. Maybe you have got 10,000 today. Then you feed there. Then you shall see the changes. Okay, automatically, right? The application will be updating us. Okay, this one is covered. This one is not yet covered. This is partially covered. All right, and as I'm going to show you, right? Now I used a comment and I used if statement. All right, so you see that when I click there, remember I opened this when I have already filled everything. I'm just showing you how I came up with. Okay, if you have not understood, you can go back and see it again, right? Okay, now I use the 4 conditions, 3 conditions. I use the partially covered and not yet covered. So when I click here in this cell, here it shows you the formula, all right? The formula of the rest or of this cell. Okay, so I said, remember I told you every formula it starts with equal sign, right? As you can see, equal sign. If I used G as a reference, this I use this column as reference. If G4, this is 260. If G4 is equal to 0, if there's nothing paid yet, or if there's nothing like any single coin that it is 0, give me not yet covered. Okay, then you open bracket, you write the condition not yet covered, comma, you bring again the function if G, the same reference number, if G4 is greater or equal to F4, then give me the condition covered, comma, or partially covered. If you press enter and close the bracket and press enter, then it will show you whether it is covered, uncovered, sorry, it is covered, it is not yet covered, or partially covered. So, but currently here it is partially covered. After getting the answer, then you auto sum down like this. You auto sum from here the rest of the cells, then you get the answer automatically. Okay, so the rest, as you see, I just showed you from this category only, but it's the same calculation. There's nothing like a different thing from what I have showed you. You know how to get totals, subtotals, sorry, and you know how to get this amount needed and balance, and how to get this comment. Okay, so from there, then we have to go to the last point here. The same, these subtotals are the same as we have looked at. Then grand total, how did I came with the grand total here? I came with the grand total by adding subtotals. Are we together? Subtotals. How? I came here, for example, let's do it again. Equal sign, sum, okay, double click, it opens there, then you go up, okay, you click on our first subtotal, like this, you see, it highlights it. You come to your keyboard on your computer, on your laptop, on your desktop, you long press the Control key, then you come and highlight the next subtotal, like this. Like that. Then, sorry, like that. Then you come down, then you come and click on another, on the third. Sorry, my computer is disturbing me. Let me do it again. Equal sign, sum, let's start from top. Okay. So you keep highlighting only total subtotals to get the grand. Okay, are we together? Then I scroll down. I also click on this and this subtotal, and the rest. Okay, now you see them. We see here F9, F18, F28, F35, F43, F50, F15, F54. Those are subtotal cells. Then I close the bracket and I enter. You see, we are getting the same amount as this. Then if I get this, I don't need to do the same. I don't need to make it the same formula to this available amount column and this. Now I just come here and I sum up where I copy the formula. Then I get the money for these subtotals of the amount available and balance available. As you can see, it's the same money. From here, it's the same digits. Even here are the same digits. Okay, so that's how I came up with this being automated. Okay, are we together? So the same, this partially what is the same. So we want to check our work. We want to check if at all I change here, will everything change? Will everything change? Okay, because here it will change and here it will change. Okay, if at all, let's first mark this price, the money which we have here. This we have 15,069,205, 12 million and 350, 6,500. Here you have 3,069,89, 3,689,000. Okay. Now if I change here, I hope we have marked this. We have marked this. So let's change here, like this 10. Let's put 10 branches. Then press enter. Okay, let's see you see they have changed. They have changed here. Here we are 69. Here now we see they are similarly 500. Also he had changed. Okay. Let's go back and press enter. You see, this is our original amount which we are there. 69, 68. Now we want to prove this. Does this one work? If I come and I change this amount and I say okay, 300,000, which means it is cleared. Okay, it's cleared. Enter. Are we going to see a changes to partially? Will it remain partially or covered or not yet? Press enter. See, it shows us that now matoke is covered. Right, matoke is covered. When we go down here it was 12,003,500. Now you see 12,043,500, which means the 40 is added. You get, which means our application is responding automatically. You don't need to be feeding each and every digit you change, which means if you've not used Excel, which means if you change here, for example, I have changed here, the matoke is cleared, which means I'll come again and I start adding here, again I add here, but I just change one thing, then the rest the application does it for me. Okay, that's how powerful Excel is. Thank you so much for listening to me and this following up. Please come back for more educative videos like this. May God bless you. Okay, see you in the next video. Please subscribe and share the videos. If it has helped you, you can also help others by